Hi there, I'm Joe Scully, Race Director with FPV Racing Events and EVP of Race Production for MultiGP Drone Racing League. In this quick short video, I want to show you how to use the version 2 of the ImmersionRC power meter, how to use Scully Mode, and how to solve problems before they are even known to most pilots at a drone race.
We're going to start things off using a Tramp video transmitter. It's pretty much new, right out of box. We're going to program it to 5800 megahertz and a power of 25 milliwatt. Fat Shark 4. If you're following along, that is going to be important here in a second. There's the new RF meter, version 2 from ImmersionRC. Each and every one of these are calibrated at the factory, and they will let us do a finite measurement within 50 megahertz. So 5800, it's a match, no attenuation. And let's get ready to hook this thing up direct. I'm gonna take out my SMA adapter. I think it's male to male. And that holder is from Brain 3D on my RF power meter. Hook her up direct and get ready to power this thing up and see what is the power right at the SMA. Quick and painless. And it's going to show us our measurement here in dB and milliwatts. So just over 14 dB, which has us right at 26 milliwatt, which is perfect right out of box. Now let's jump around a little bit. We'll go up to 200 milliwatts. The power of the wand. It's not smart audio, it's genius audio. Let's go up just short of 23 dB, just under 200 milliwatts, so right where we want to be up there, and then back down to 25 milliwatt, well within range. Now let's go to Scully Mode. We're going to put an antenna on the video transmitter, an antenna on the RF power meter, and as Joshua Bardwell will tell you, this mode is to check relativity versus a good known source. So we know this video transmitter, I've dropped it down to 25 milliwatt, is a good source. It's right where we want to be. So I'm going to take the hot part of this dipole, which is the middle of the black rubber ducky that comes with it. You see I keep hitting this button up here which says 0 defined because I don't want it to exceed the middle because this is our good known source. And now that that's set, I'm going to bump up the video transmitter up to 200 milliwatts. And this is the quick way that you walk through the line, see if someone's underpowered, overpowered. And there we are, you can see 14 dB, which is a bunch if we're going from 25 milliwatt up to 200. You can also check out the manual for more information on that, on why we measure in dB, not milliwatt. That's Scully Mode. Now, if you watch races, this is how we really measure the antennas, and that is in a vertical direction or circular around it. Again, using the hot spot of the rubber ducky. Many people have purchased the RF power meter version 2.2 and out of box, they circled it around. Again, we know this transmitter is at 25 milliwatt right now, and you can see it's barely breaking up to 1 milliwatt, let alone anywhere near where it should be, and that is to be expected. So that's under a milliwatt. There we go, up to 2, 3, because we do have to make an adjustment for this measurement, and that is through simple attenuation. Now, hooking up direct, we know that it's a 25 milliwatt video transmitter, and so through trial and error, you just keep attenuating until when you go antenna to antenna, it reads the same. And I know on this device from earlier testing that it's going to be 9 dB that this unit likes, and you can see as I circle around vertically, a little hard to do in front of the camera here, but we're getting 25, 30 milliwatts on the screen. And this is how we do our pass-fail at drone races, before and after, underpowered or overpowered. It's not always the most accurate reading for the value. We're looking at the dBs, of course, but we want a red flag. So I've now bumped this up to 200 milliwatt. You're seeing we're getting into 100, 200 milliwatts. So already red flag, we know that there's an issue. In this case, sometimes a pilot will say, no, it's not my gear, and we'll do a comparison versus the quad beside them, or we'll allow them to hook up direct. But either way, we know that the video transmitter right now is way hot compared to our base sample. Now, what's really exciting is if you like Scully Mode, it can be a little quicker. Or if you like this method, that we've been doing for a while now, you can actually do both just with a flick of the switch. So now that I've got it, the RF meter attenuated, I do have to go back to my good base sample of 25 milliwatt, set that 0 defined, and it's now dialed in again. So we can use Scully Mode, or we can use the dB/milliwatt, not 100% accurate mode, but it is a good pass-fail. That's what we've been doing here with the version 1 for about the last 8 months. That unit, doing the same test, had to use 18.6 dB, but it too shows us when a video transmitter is within where we want it to be, and if it's overpowered, gives us a really good pass-fail. You know, 30% of the time when someone's complaining about a video issue at an event, it's their gear. Bad VTX, stuck in pit mode, shoddy antenna. Then there's the other 70% of the time and someone's overpowered, inadvertent press of the button, so forth. We just want to identify them before everybody takes off. Since we've been using these techniques in this gear, it's improved our video and our throughput twice, 3 times over. And that is the ImmersionRC Power Meter version 2. Together as pilots, race directors, we can make drone racing great again. Available at your local ImmersionRC retailer.